In today's show, the price of Bitcoin is facing its final major resistance zone before it breaks 15,000. That's right, if we can break $12,000 resistance, the Bitcoin price can easily FOMO towards $15,000 to $16,000. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. We also have influencers such as Max Kaiser, who believes that the Bitcoin price is going to rally all the way up to $28,000 before we might see a pause. I'll be breaking down his bullish price predictions for you right here in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at what popular crypto analyst Willy Woo has to share. Also, in today's episode, a massive short squeeze prompts the Chainlink price to rally 52%, reaching a new all-time high of almost $14. That's right, over the past 24 hours, Link has surged by 52%, rallying from $9.05 to now as high as $13.87 on the Binance exchange. In today's show, I'll be breaking all this down for you and where the Chainlink price is likely to go from here. Also, in today's episode, I'll be doing a Bitcoin wrap-up, 4 big things that happened this week that should be definitely on your radar. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, the king of all crypto and many of the major altcoins back in the red. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, including weekends, so be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host JV, and let's kick it off by diving into today's top story of the day. The price of Bitcoin's facing its final major resistance zone before $15,000, and if we break it, we can move onwards and upwards, potentially to a new all-time high. That's right, the price of Bitcoin's facing its final resistance zone until the bull market is absolutely on fire. However, will it break through this resistance zone in one attempt? The chart suggests that 11.6 to the $12,000 range is a crucial level to break if the price of Bitcoin is to continue moving higher. We've been stuck at that 12,000 resistance. As the price of Bitcoin couldn't break through that resistance zone, a slight drop occurred on Friday from 11,900 all the way down to 11,350, after which Bitcoin managed to pare most of the losses since, rallying right back up to that resistance zone, which we're about to retest once again. That's right, Bitcoin's been fighting at that resistance zone between 11,800 and 12,000, but unfortunately, no breakout just yet, while silver and gold have been rallying, showing more strength recently. If you've been following the precious metals, gold recently reached an all-time high above $2,000 per ounce, and silver has also reached recent highs as well, as the dollar has been dwindling, to say the least. This chart shows there's a clear resistance zone between 11,800 and 12,000. This is a significant level, as it's the final untested level until Bitcoin enters open air, meaning in the past 12 months, the high has been $12,000. So once we breach that, we're at a new uncharted territory. Last year's high was 14,000. So I feel if we break 12K, we're going to shoot right on up to 14,000. And Max Kaiser, I'll be breaking down some of his predictions. He believes will rally all the way to a $28,000 all-time high before we see any major resistance. Now, if there's a breakthrough in this resistance zone, the Bitcoin price can easily FOMO towards $15,000 to $16,000. This wouldn't be a surprise whatsoever, at least to me. However, such a run is currently unlikely, especially given the recent breakout at 10,000. In other words, the Bitcoin price went vertical since 9,500 towards 12,000. A breakout above this resistance becomes less likely as there's no buildup. If an asset wants to break through such a significant resistance, it usually tests the level multiple times before it breaks through. Well, guess what? We are testing this level multiple times, so hopefully we break through. Let me know when you feel we're likely to break through that $12,000 resistance. Now, for example, the consolidation period, similar to the months after the recent Bitcoin halving, which we had about 3 months ago, resulted in the strength and momentum that finally pushed Bitcoin above 10,000, which has been that major psychological resistance for the past year. Nevertheless, a breakout above the resistance zone at 11,800 to 12,000 is not entirely out of the question. I feel it's likely to happen. In fact, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. Bitcoin under that $11,800 resistance currently. However, yesterday we were above it for most of the day, but we're down 1.11%. Bitcoin currently trading just above that $11,600 support. Ethereum has been surging like a mofo, looking extremely bullish, but today finally had a pullback down about 0.75%, trading just below $390. If you've been watching Ether in the past couple of weeks, it was like $225, so it has been surging like crazy. There's a lot of projects in the DeFi space we're going to talk about a little later as well, including Chainlink, which is up almost 23% for the day. It recently reached price discovery mode. I'll be breaking this down for you a little later in today's episode. And as you can see, we also have XTZ, Tezos, up a whopping 9%, trading at $3.42. We have Atom up 17%, trading at $4.84, and Cardano ADA, let me know if you're bullish on ADA, up 2%, trading at 14.5 cents. And before I check out the exchange volume, let's actually get back to where I left off right here. Smaller time frames did hold the 11.4 level and face resistance, which is definitely a good sign as Bitcoin's price dropped from 11.9 to 11.4 last Friday. The previous resistance zone at 11,400 was confirmed as a support level. Now, such a test is called a support resistance flip, and it is very common across the different markets. Now, this chart shows a clear resistance and support level. The resistance zone can be found between 11,775 and 11,850, and between 11,925 and 12,100. The latter is the final hurdle before the continuation towards $15,000 can occur. Now, hopefully, that could happen this weekend. We'll see. The green zone is a crucial support zone between 11.3 and 11.4, which, as mentioned, was tested right before the weekend. Either way, the volatility will kick in once Bitcoin's price breaks through either of the two zones. If Bitcoin's price breaks through the resistance zones, continuation is likely towards 15,000. However, if the opposite occurs and Bitcoin's price loses that 11,300 support, a drop to 10,700 will be the next level to test. Let's also keep in mind there's some CME futures gaps, including one right below $10,000. Are we likely to retest that level? I don't know. Hopefully not. I think it's unlikely, but it could happen. It's definitely a possibility that should be on your radar and you should be looking out for. Now, the total crypto market cap faces $350 billion resistance. That's right. The total market cap of crypto is facing significant resistance, confluent with the resistance of Bitcoin, with $350 billion being the final major hurdle before a move of 30% to $500 billion market cap can occur. Also, the chart shows that the total market cap is still acting above the 100-day and 200-day moving averages, which is a crucial signal for the bull markets. If the market cap moves above these moving averages, the market is in bull territory, and dips should be considered as buying opportunities. You already know, BT, FD all day, my friend. Essentially, the previous resistance zone at $290 billion is the crucial level to hold. As long as the total market cap of crypto stays above $290 billion, further upward momentum is likely. Now, here's the bullish scenario for Bitcoin. Breaking 12,000 underpins the bullish scenario. If the resistance area finally breaks as resistance, then 15,000 becomes a likely target for the bulls. However, a clear breakout through the 12,000 area can only be confirmed with the support/resistance flip. This would suggest that buyers are stepping in as the previous resistance transforms into new support. Now for the bearish scenario for Bitcoin. The bearish scenario means that 12,000 was not broken. If the resistance continues to be resistance, a renewed range-bound structure will likely occur in the coming weeks. I'm just going to throw it out there. I feel the macroeconomic factors surrounding Bitcoin right now are looking uberly bullish, so it's more expected that we break that $12,000 resistance. Another argument can be found in the forex markets. The recent breakout of Bitcoin occurred while the euro/USD broke upwards from 1.14 to 1.19. This breakout led to a drop of the US dollar against other currencies. It's a sad day for the dollar, just saying, sad times for USD, which essentially triggered the massive breakouts in Bitcoin, gold, as well as silver prices. If the euro/USD starts to correct from that 1.19 to lower numbers, the US dollar is getting stronger. Such a relief bounce will likely most trigger a further corrective move on the crypto and commodity markets, leading towards the scenario described above. A range-bound period wouldn't be bad for the markets. However, as the altcoins have been doing relatively well in these times, many surging against Bitcoin, if Bitcoin's price starts to correct, the focus could once again shift to altcoins. Do you feel it's likely we witness another massive altcoin season like we experienced back in 2017? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now let's check out some of this top exchange volume. We have Binance down 13% for the day with 7.6 billion in volume. OKEX down 14% with 1.6 billion. BitMEX down 7.5% with 1.3 billion. And Hobby Global down 30% with 1.2 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. All right, now I want to talk about Max Keiser's predictions, considering we're discussing Bitcoin breaking above that critical resistance of 12,000. Once that breaks, we're likely to head on up to a $15,000 high, which we haven't seen in quite some time in the Bitcoin market. And if this happens, Max Keiser believes we're going to run up all the way to $28,000 before we see any major resistance. That's right, checking out this tweet. Bitcoin hits new 2020 high. This leg up will continue to $28,000 before we might see a pause. That's why this 12,000 resistance is so critical. If we can break above it, we can see new all-time highs here this year. I can't wait. It's been literally 3 freaking years of crypto winter, and we're long overdue. Max Keiser also shared here the $20,000 level for Bitcoin won't pose any resistance. We won't see any resistance till 28K. A brief pullback, then the assault on $100,000 per Bitcoin begins with renewed vigor. So what he's saying, we run up all the way up to 28,000, then we finally see a brief pullback, then the assault to a 6-digit Bitcoin valuation occurs. Also keep in mind, all we need to do from here is 10x, move up 1,000%, and we're talking about a realistic $100,000 Bitcoin price. My prediction for next year is that $80,000 Bitcoin price. However, that's being conservative. Stock to flow model shows we're on track right now for a $100,000 Bitcoin price by the end of next year. It also shows the Bitcoin price being at $288,000 before the end of 2024. Let me know your thoughts surrounding the stock to flow model prediction. It has been the most accurate compared to any other price prediction model in the Bitcoin space, so I've been sticking with it, and it's great. So shout out to Plan B of the stock to flow. Now taking a look at this tweet from popular crypto analyst Willy Woo, who shares bullish divergence, Bitcoin dominance, expecting Bitcoin to gain over alts in the coming weeks, waiting for the top indicator to reverse the text volume movements. Ethereum currently more bullish than other alts in that regard. I believe we're in an era of dual pumpage. I agree with Willy Woo. Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And before we break down our next story of the day, massive short squeeze prompts Chainlink price to rally 52%. Let's first take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at $357 billion with 76 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. And the current BTC dominance is 60.4%. Also, keep in mind, if we exclude the stable coins as well as the ICOs, the true realized Bitcoin dominance is closer to 80%. And now taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100, we have Band Protocol, competitor of Chainlink, which is surging like a mofo, just recently reached all-time highs as well, up 39% for the day, now trading at $13.47. If you're bullish on Band Protocol, let me know in the comments right down below. Right below that, we have another project in the decentralized finance space, Decentraland, also surging up almost 39%, now trading at 11.4 cents. Balancer up 37%, trading at $20.79. Chainlink up a whopping 27%, trading at $13.63. In a little bit, I'm going to be breaking this down in great detail. We have Swipe up 25%, trading at $2.38. And Cosmos up almost 19%, trading at $4.89. Below that, we have Flexicoin up about 17%. Ocean Protocol up 16.5%, and Algorand up almost 16%. So as you can see, many of these alts are surging against Bitcoin, many of which are in the DeFi space. And now taking a look at the top losers within the top 100 in the past day, we have Quant down 4%, trading at $7.31. Aave down 3%, trading at 39.5 cents. Holo down 3.6%, trading at 0.0008. The Midas Touch Gold down 3%, trading at 2.8 cents. Dash, a privacy coin, down 3%, trading at $97. And Satoshi Vision down 3%, trading at $225. Which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out the BitMEX margins, as you can see, the bears are in control, leading with 36 million in superiority in the last 24 hours, with shorts leading 52% versus 47.9% longs. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out the crypto greed and fear index, one of my favorite indicators, shows we're currently rated a 79 in extreme greed. Yesterday was a 77, and last week an 80, all of which in extreme greed. Now also keep in mind, if you're not familiar with the crypto greed and fear index, when the market is getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. So just throwing it out there, and extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. This is when it could be a great buying opportunity. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Massive short squeeze prompts Chainlink price to rally 52%, reaching a new all-time high. That's right, the Chainlink price continues to soar and set new records as the DeFi related token surged 52% to reach an all-time high at $13.87 today. Over the past 24 hours, Link has surged by 52%, rallying from $9 to as high as $13.87 on the Binance exchange, as you can see right here on your screen. If you're bullish on Chainlink, let me know in the comments right down below. I've been talking about this project for the past year right here, and I've been talking about this quite often, how I feel Chainlink and Ethereum are amongst the most undervalued altcoins in the entire crypto market. And guess what? They're surging like a mofo right now, to say the least. And check this out. As Chainlink demonstrated a strengthening uptrend, its competitor, Band Protocol, which also operates as a network of oracles, spiked 50% to reach an all-time high as well of now over $13. They're dueling it out right now, Chainlink and Band Protocol, and it's awesome to witness. Who's going to win this oracle race? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, what's behind the Chainlink rally? The sudden uptrend of Link was likely caused primarily by the squeeze of short contracts in the futures market. As Link was continuously rising, its funding rate stayed below 0%, hovering at negative 0.02%. The cryptocurrency futures market employs a mechanism called funding to ensure that the market is balanced. When the market is heavily swayed towards buyers, then buyers have to incentivize sellers and vice versa. As an example, if there's an overwhelming numbers of traders shorting Chainlink on the Binance futures, then the funding rate would turn negative. In this situation, short contract holders and sellers need to pay long contract holders to maintain their positions. Throughout the past several hours, as Link price soared, its funding rate on Binance futures remained negative. This is an indication that as its price was soaring, many traders were attempting to short the asset. A continuous loop of short contracts caused a short squeeze, which in turn spurred buying demand and fueled Chainlink's momentum. A pseudo-anonymous trader known as Benjamin Bluntz emphasized that while Link is theoretically appealing to short, the market sentiment is bearish. When the market is overcrowded by one side, which in this case of Link was bears looking to short the asset, it tends to move the opposite way. Taking a look at his tweet on crypto Twitter, Link $14, mind blown. I actually would be inclined to start looking for short soon. However, it seems my entire feed is doing the same, so I will wait for another push higher, I think. Not really interested in standing in front of the strongest, fastest horse right now. And that's right. Every time we see a Bitcoin consolidation, Chainlink breaks out and starts to surge. So many people are extremely bullish on Chainlink. I would not be surprised if we smash $20 here in the short term, and I would not be surprised if we smash $100 next year and potentially as high as $500. That's just my bullish price prediction surrounding Chainlink. Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. Now we have Zeus Capital and their infamous Link short. I've been seeing this all across Twitter. I actually had to block them because it was getting that annoying. The biggest narrative around Link during the entirety of its rally revolved around Zeus Capital. They've been doing some heavy advertising trying to get investors to short Link, if you didn't know. Now, the investment firm has publicly maintained the skeptical stance towards Chainlink, expecting Link price to decline sharply on August 9th. Here's what the firm had to share on Twitter. The get-rich-fast narrative is a true indicator for manipulation. You can only win if you sell your Link before it goes to zero. So what they're saying right here is that Chainlink is going to go to zero. All I know is this: Zeus Capital has been losing. You should probably block them as well, because I wouldn't be taking investment advice from them at the end of the day. They got it all wrong if you ask me. Now, a crypto investor called Light suggested that Zeus Capital holds a big short position on Link, which would only make sense, which was apparently at risk of liquidation. Here's what Light had to share on Twitter. And in one more poetic twist to the Zeus Capital story for now, due to delays in the price in Oracle for their A borrow, even though Link breached their liquidation price, their remaining DeFi short has not been liquidated yet. So let me know your thoughts surrounding Chainlink. Are you currently holding a bag? Are you watching? Are you following? Do you agree with Zeus Capital? Do you feel Chainlink is likely to go to zero? Or do you feel it's going to continue heading towards the moon? Let me know in the comments right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day and do a Bitcoin wrap up, sharing 4 big things that happened this week in the crypto space, first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 500 plus videos right here on my channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also, be sure to subscribe on YouTube by smashing that subscribe button right below this video, or visit the direct link, cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also follow us on all the major podcasting platforms, including Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher Radio. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, as I am, I do have a crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 cryptopreneurs from all over the world. To become a part of it, simply click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, as I am, I do have a crypto Telegram chat. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our next and final story of the day. This week started around 10,350 for the Bitcoin price and recorded an increase of 13.5% to now trading above 11,500 while keeping the real volume stable around 2 billion. However, there were much more exciting things than the price that happened in the Bitcoin market this week. For starters, JP Morgan Strategies revealed while older investors go for gold, younger ones prefer Bitcoin. That's a fact. Also, over the past 5 months, both gold and Bitcoin ETFs saw strong inflows as old and young both see the case for an alternative currency. We also have massive institutional demand. It's not just the retail investors that's all up in Bitcoin's business. Institutional investors have also entered the market after a long time. Bakkt finally made progress and set new records twice in a row that eclipsed the previous all-time high. The trading activity on Bakkt has exploded after Bitcoin crossed $10,000 again, which is the most bullish sign of the entire year, which I covered in great detail in yesterday's episode. So if you missed it, be sure to check it out. Both open interest and volume saw new all-time highs last week, noted Norwegian cryptocurrency analysis firm Arcane Research. In the first half of July, trading volume on the ICE-backed exchange remained around 30 million, which has since surged to 80 million in August. Open interest on backed contracts saw even more explosive growth of 575% from mid-July level, as we can see. Now, similarly, volume on the CME has spiked from around 100 million to now over 650 million. The San Francisco-based crypto exchange, Coinbase, which has been recording trading volume between 30 to 100 million up until July 27th, the day Bitcoin broke the key levels of 10,000 critical resistance as well as 10.5, has now made its way to 275 million. The next uberly bullish thing to look out for is explosive Q2 reports. That's right, Square all but gobbled all the Bitcoin mined in Q2 as it reported a whopping revenue of $875 million from Bitcoin, up 600% year over year, accounting for a big chunk of the company's $1.92 billion in revenue. No wonder PayPal and Visa all want to embrace cryptocurrency. They see how well the Square app is doing. They're absolutely crushing it right now. Shout out to the Square app. I love it as a way to dollar cost average and purchase Bitcoin. If you have a balance, you can just click a button and purchase Bitcoin just like that. It's very convenient. Now, what's interesting is that much of this revenue is the Square burning the Bitcoin for its customers, as only a small margin is charged from the users on each sale. The company recorded $17 million in gross profit, less than 3% of the total gross profit from trading Bitcoin last quarter. Another bullish Q2 report came from Genesis Lending, which saw $2.3 billion in loans in the origination, hitting new all-time highs. Bitcoin loans increased as a result of the flattened futures curve, enticing traders to long basis by borrowing Bitcoin, selling at spot while buying short-dated futures, noted Jack Purdy of Masari. And with crypto getting more institutionalized, prime brokers like Genesis have a pivotal role to play by providing a full suite of products, just like the traditional finance world. Next, we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin, which is the choice of many. Wolf Research wrote a technical analysis of the Gray's digital asset titled Bitcoin, More Than Just a Bit, where it talks about Bitcoin chart setup looking pretty darn good. As per the research, the first reasonable target for Bitcoin is 13,850 from June 2019, and it's expected to make a new all-time high in this cycle. As reported, 1.2 billion publicly traded company MicroStrategy also disclosed in its Q2 2020 earnings, calling that it's diversifying its cash holdings to include Bitcoin. This move has been made in the company's search for yield, as it expects yield on government bonds to turn negative all over the world thanks to the money printing by the central banks. So thank you, Fed. Thank you, central banking system. Thank you, quantitative easing. Next, we're going to talk about the Fed tailwind, the biggest driver of all this bullishness in the markets. Will continue to push them higher as already. Another fiscal stimulus is on the way, which would be a trend changer because nobody is expecting it despite the negative headlines, said economist and trader Alex Kruger. Moreover, the U.S. Federal Reserve is also expected to make a harder commitment to ramp up inflation soon until it hits at least 2%. Markets already betting on higher inflation, as seeing it in the falling dollar, surging gold prices, and people looking at Bitcoin as an alternative currency. Taking a look at this tweet from Lucid. Recent movements in Bitcoin correlations show that investors are perceiving Bitcoin as an inflation hedge, which is a highly positive development. It is no longer simply performing as a risk asset. So there you have it. Now, obviously, such a case would be widely bullish for alternative asset classes, including crypto and precious metals, said Ed Yardeni, head of Yardeni Research. This is the scenario Bitcoiners have waited for, said trader Scott Melker, and I agree 100%. I've been waiting my whole life for this. Now is our time to shine and for Bitcoin to reach a new all-time high. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.